So when tools like ChatGPT first burst onto the scene, they basically landed on university campuses like, I don't know, a meteor, right? And for some, it was just sheer panic about the future of education. But for others, it felt like this world of incredible possibility had just opened up. So today, we're going to break down how universities can actually move from that chaos to some real clarity.
Okay, so what did that meteor landing actually look like on the ground? Well, for a lot of academic institutions, the first reaction wasn't exactly excitement. No, it was more like the feeling of a full-blown crisis. The immediate question on pretty much everyone's mind was this: are we looking at an unprecedented academic integrity crisis here? The core fear, and it was a big one, was that students could now use AI to cheat on this massive scale. Just, completely outsourcing their thinking to a machine. And you know what? That fear wasn't exactly unfounded. A recent survey revealed that nearly 1 in 3 university students admitted to using AI to complete their coursework. Think about that, 1 in 3. That's a number that's just impossible for any university to ignore.
This just sent shockwaves through the entire system. I mean, you had some of the world's most prestigious universities, we're talking Oxford and Cambridge, immediately classifying the use of these tools as academic misconduct, full stop. And some others? They went even further, bringing back old-school, pen and paper exams just to try and fight back against this new digital tide.
But here's the thing. A simple ban might be missing the bigger picture entirely. Because the story of AI on campus isn't just about risk. Nope. It's a classic dilemma, right? It's all about risk versus some pretty incredible rewards.
Okay, so on one hand, yeah, the risks are very real. We're talking about the potential for widespread plagiarism, a real decline in essential critical thinking skills, and of course, students becoming way too reliant on these tools. But then, you look at the other side of the coin. Look at the rewards. I mean, AI has the potential to offer personalized feedback, to create adaptive tools to help students improve, and this is a huge one, to prepare them for the AI-driven workplaces they're all going to be entering. So how do we even begin to navigate this dilemma? Well, to find a path forward, a group of researchers in Hong Kong decided to do something brilliant. They went straight to the source. They asked the people at the very heart of the issue, the students and the teachers themselves. What they did was conduct this really comprehensive survey. They gathered data from over 600 students, teachers, and staff members. And their whole goal was to move past all the panic and just get a real, on-the-ground understanding of how people actually perceive these new AI tools. And wow, the results were overwhelmingly clear. Just look at this chart. On a 5-point scale, both students and teachers rated the need for their university to have a clear AI policy at a staggering 4.5 out of 5. That's pretty much everyone agreeing. It's one of those rare moments of near-perfect consensus in academia, which, almost never happens. And this quote from a student in the study, it just perfectly captures the feeling on campus. See, they aren't necessarily asking for bans, and they're not asking for a free-for-all either. They're just asking for clarity. They want to know the rules of the game in this new AI-powered world. So look, just talking about the problem isn't going to cut it, right? Responding to this really urgent call for guidance, the researchers took their findings and used them to build something practical, something actionable, a real framework for action. They call it the AI Ecological Education Policy Framework. Now, that sounds like a mouthful, I know, but it's basically designed to be a comprehensive roadmap. It's something that helps universities move away from confusion and all those reactive policies and toward a structured, forward-thinking strategy.
And here it is. At its core, the framework is built on 3 interconnected dimensions. But what's really key is that all the stakeholders, we're talking students, teachers, staff, are right there, collaborating at the center. It's meant to be an ecosystem, not just some dusty old set of rules.
So let's break this ecosystem down. It's really just 3 simple, interconnected parts. First up, you've got the pedagogical dimension. That's all about the actual teaching and learning. Second, there's the governance dimension, which covers all the big picture rules and ethics. And finally, you have the operational dimension. And that's all the practical stuff, the tools, the training, and the support.
Okay, but a framework is only as good as its implementation, right? So the big question is, who is actually responsible for putting all this into practice?
Well, first, teachers are on the front lines. They lead the pedagogical side of things. It's their job to start redesigning assessments and, really, to help students develop the kinds of skills they'll need for this new AI-driven world. Skills that a machine just can't replicate.
Next up, senior management. They take the lead on governance. They're the ones responsible for creating that university-wide rulebook, right?
Setting clear policies on what's ethical, making sure data privacy is protected, and basically defining what academic honesty even looks like in the age of AI.
And finally, that operational dimension? That falls to the IT and teaching support staff. They're the people who make it all possible. They provide the infrastructure, the software, and, this is absolutely crucial, the training and support for everybody, both students and faculty.
But the framework makes one thing crystal clear. None of these roles exist in a vacuum. For any of this to work, it depends on constant collaboration between everyone involved. We're talking students, teachers, management, even external bodies. It has to be a collective effort, plain and simple.
Which brings us to the final and really the most critical question. Look, this isn't just about what's happening in Hong Kong or at Oxford. This is about every single campus, everywhere. The AI revolution in education isn't coming. It's already here. So the only question left for all of us is, are we prepared for it?